Warning, minor spoilers ahead, but I won't be talking about anything that wasn't already seen in the trailer. So I just watched Avatar, H2O, Just Add Water. Easily one of the most highly anticipated movies of the year, to see how much money it's gonna make. And made by one James Cameron for the purpose of attempting to drown Kate Winslet once again. Now this movie is absolutely visually stunning, no denying that. I haven't seen a 3D movie in such a long time, and I really enjoyed the special effects. The CGI, the practical effects, the performance capture, and the de-aging are all used seamlessly. When I watched it in 3D, it was at 60 frames per second, and it kind of felt like I was watching a really long video game cutscene. I'm used to watching movies at 30 frames per second, so it took me a while to get used to the 60 frames per second. One gripe that I had with the movie that everything that was achieved in the previous movie was basically undone in the first 10 minutes. So when the Na'vi finally drive away the human invaders and get them off the planet, they're back in stronger numbers and are better capable of building things and destroying everything on the planet of Pandora. So the status quo is immediately back to where it was at the start of the first Avatar movie. Lots of new characters are introduced in the movie, and I had trouble keeping track of who was who, so you need that 3-hour runtime in order to work out who was who. And some characters were also forcefully brought back, and some characters weren't in it enough, quite frankly, like Neytiri. So a visually stunning movie like this, there's going to be a lot of visual montages. A lot of the movie is just sweeping shots of the whole landscape and the animals and creatures and aliens and characters and all that, just showing off how beautiful everything is. And it is, but if you take that out of the movie, it's probably only 2.5 hours long. The movie doesn't feel like a 3-hour movie, so I guess I must have enjoyed it to some degree, so it didn't feel like it dragged on too much. My attention did wane throughout the movie because the main reason I was watching the movie was for the visual effects. It certainly wasn't the characters or the dialogue that was keeping my attention. I do think the dialogue and acting in this movie was better than the previous movie, especially Sam Worthington if you compare his performance in this movie compared to the last movie, but to be fair, he wasn't in this movie as much as the previous movie. This movie focuses more on the newer and younger characters. I would only recommend watching the movie in cinemas because that's the way that it's intended to be watched. You're not going to get the same kind of experience watching it at home on your TV. So to get the absolute best experience, whether you're going to like it or hate it, is to go into the cinema and watch it in 3D. But don't always take my word for it. See the movie for yourself and come up with your own opinion. As always, more videos to come, and thank you for listening to me ramble on about a movie for a few minutes. I do appreciate it. Have a good one.